Assalamu alaikum. My beloved students, how are you doing today? Hope you all are doing well by the kindness of Allah the Exalted. Alhamdulillah, I am also doing well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Wahid Noor, Assistant Teacher of Islamic Studies, National Ideal English Version School Day Shift. Today I am going to conduct the class of Islamic Studies for class 5. And today our topic is discussion of page number 127 to page number 129 from chapter 5. This is lecture number 17 and HW number also 17. Students, I hope you remembered last class we discussed about the conquest of Makkah, then the forgiveness, then the farewell Hajj, and the Wafat of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, pass away from the worldly life of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and few prophets' name. Today, inshallah, we will discuss from the biography of Hazrat Nuh Alaihi Salam. Students, keep attention, we skip one biography, that is Hazrat Adam Alaihi Salam. Why I am skipping? Because of the short syllabus. I hope you got the short syllabus. So according to the short syllabus, I skip the biography of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. So I am starting from Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam, that is from page number 127, half of the page 127. You should bring the book, because all of discussion will come from the book. And then page 128 and 129, and the few sentences from 130, but I didn't write 130 number page in the chapter, because there are few sentences, that's why. So today inshallah we will finish the biography of Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam beginning to end. Let's start. At first, why Almighty Allah has sent Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam? You have to know it. After passing away of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, a lot of people forgot Allah gradually. They started to worship idols, oppressing others, fighting, and disputes increased. At that time, Almighty Allah has sent another prophet named Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam to guide mankind. My beloved students, from there you can realize, after passing a long time of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, when between this time when the another prophets are not coming from the Almighty Allah, not selecting from the Almighty Allah, people are gradually, day by day, they are involving in the illegal works, unavoidable works, najaiz works. For example, they are worshipping the idols, they are sharing, they are making the partnership with the Almighty Allah, or they are involving in the quarrel, fighting, disputes, etc. So at that time, Almighty Allah sent Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam for guiding them, for showing the right path. Well, now what he taught to the people, what Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam taught to the people. Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam taught to the people, have faith in Allah, worship one God, only Allah, who is alone and has no partners, and don't worship idols, do good works and refrain from sins, believe in life after death. Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam spared deen for 950 years. Students, keep attention here. How many years he spared the deen? That is 950 years. But only 80 men and women responded to his calls and became believers. So from there you can understand, that is after a long time preaching the Islam, preaching the deen of selected from the Almighty Allah, Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam, only 80 men and women accepted the Islam. And Nuh alayhi salam was trying to guide that peoples, those who are involved in the in the illegal works. So after this hard working, only 80 men and women, they accepted Islam, Deen. And 950 years he preached the Islam. How the people respond to him? Except 80 people, rest of all ignored Nuh alayhi salam and started to taunt means mock, laugh him as mad and tortured him. Nuh alayhi salam became impatient and annoyed. At last he prayed to Allah, "O Allah, I have tried my best to bring them to your deen, but they did not respond. Please help me and punish them." Almighty Allah granted his prayer. So after that hard working, only 80 men and women accepted the deen. Rest of all were mocking against of Nuh alayhi salam. When Nuh alayhi salam preached the Islam, they laugh, they make the joke, "What you are doing?" Because this deen, I mean what they are worshipping, they got from their previous generation. So if you preach the new religion, then that's why they were laughing, they were mocking. So at last Nuh alayhi salam became impatient, restless, annoyed, and then he prayed to Almighty Allah for giving the punishment for the non-believers. And Allah also granted his prayer. Now what happened? How and what type of curse falls on the people? I mean, what type of punishment came to the non-believers? A great flood would occur. Nuh alayhi salam was advised to build a big boat. Advised to build a big boat. It means Almighty Allah ordered him. He was told, as soon signs of the disaster appear, board the craft along with the believers. Also take along necessary furniture and utensils. Utensils means vessel. Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam informed and warned the people, but they ignored and mocked him by asking this: "How could this boat float in desert?" etc. etc. It means they said, they mocked by saying more of the sentences, but here they didn't write. At last water started sprouting from beneath the ground. Sprouting means growth and beneath means under the ground. Heavy rain and thunderstorms started too. Nuh alayhi salam and all believers boarded the ship and took a pair of each animal and all the necessary furniture and utensils. Students, so when Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam prayed to Almighty Allah for refraining from the non-believers, then Almighty Allah advised to Nuh alayhi salam for making the boat and for riding all the believers into the boat, into the ship. As Almighty Allah ordered, Nuh alayhi salam made the boat, and when the appears the storm or the flooded, then that's come under the soil, under the ground at first coming, and not only coming the water, there are more punishment, that is strong thundered storms. So at that time Nuh alayhi salam and all the believers, they ride into the boat, and they got the new life into the boat. And non-believers, what happened to non-believers? I am telling you. Now the invocation before the ship set sail. Students, keep attention this dua. This is very important. Sometimes in the exam come this dua. That is, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahi majreha wa mursaha inna rabbi laghafurur rahim. I am again telling Bismillahi majreha wa mursaha inna rabbi laghafurur rahim. Surah Hud, ayat number 41, you will get in your book. There is dua, meaning this will move. This means this boat will move and stop as per Allah's order. Verily my sustainer is forgiving and most kind. Students, keep attention. In your book there is no alif lam in this word Ar-Rahim. If you write the Arabic, then you have to correct it. There will be alif lam, but in your book there is only ra ha ya mim, rahim. And another, that is, in your book there is Allah's order, verily, then full stop, but it will be Allah's order, then full stop, and then it will be continue. And I want to give the another information, that is, this dua you will use when you will ride the ship or launch, steamer, boat, this type of vehicles, what are running, what are moving on the water. That time you will use this dua. But when you are riding the vehicles which are moving, which are running on the surface, like bus, truck, train, aeroplane, at that time you will say another dua, that is, Subhanalladhi sakhkhara lana hadha wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin wa inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. But most of the people, they are involved in wrong information. That is, they are saying this dua, I mean, where you will say the dua of the boat, they are saying the dua of the private car or the bus, truck. So you will say this dua only for the water vehicles. Now, situation during the flood. It rained cats and dogs for 40 days and night continuously. Water kept increasing, rain and thunder became stronger. The non-believers climbed the mountains to escape drowning, but at last the mountains were submerged. Submerged means sunk, flooded too. So all the non-believers drowned, including one of Nuh alayhi salam's son named Canaan. Students, keep attention here. One of the Nuh alayhi salam's son, that is Canaan, he also drowned for disobeying Allah and his prophet. But Nuh alayhi salam and his followers were saved. So that was the punishment. Almighty Allah given the punishment, I mean the flooded continuously 40 day and night. It's not stopped. And not only this, strong thundered storms were continue. And not only the water is coming from the sky, under the ground water is coming. But if Allah want to kill anyone, nobody can save them. That's why I am telling you what happened later. So all the non-believers, they drowned and they were trying to climb to the up of the hills, but Almighty Allah also drowned the hills also. And all the believers, they drowned, they dead, also including the Nuh alayhi salam's son, that is Canaan. And those were the believers, they were saved. Now situation after the flood. At last water started receding, receding means run out, as per Allah's will. The boat stopped at Mount Judi or Aral mountain. Students, you can get in your book that picture. I hope you can see. There is the boat. This is like one kind of imaginable boat. So there is the hill, that is Judi hill. So the ship stopped beside the Judi hill. I mean the another name is Aral hill. Then Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam disembarked, I mean descended with his followers, all the animals and other things. The earth turned green and was full of life again. They opened a new chapter of life on the earth. Nuh alayhi salam was uncompromising. Uncompromising means steadfast, firm, to propagate truth and justice. Even in the face of many obstacles, he means Nuh alayhi salam did not flinch. Flinch means avoid, move back. Flinch to preach the truth. He struggled all his life to preach the deen of Allah. So after the flood, Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam and all the believers, they came into the surface on the earth, and they got the new life and they started running their new life by agriculture or another works. And Nuh alayhi salam was the uncompromising. He never and ever compromised with anyone. That example is Nuh alayhi salam's son Canaan also drowned for the flooded. So this is the example, and no any of the prophets, they didn't compromise to anyone. And last learning point from the ideal of Nuh alayhi salam. What we learn from the ideal of Nuh alayhi salam, that is, we should work hard to spread deen all our life. We should not fall back from preaching deen of Allah against any kinds of obstacle. Students, in front of Nuh alayhi salam, there were many type of obstacles. 950 years, one prophet preaching the Islam. After that, only the 80 men and women accepting the Islam. So many of the any kind of general people, they will be embarrassed, they will be restless, impatient. So same as Nuh alayhi salam was the impatience, but he didn't obstacle, he didn't stop the preaching of Islam. He was continue the Islam, preaching the Islam. Now keep attention to the HW number 17, that is 12 informative sentences from here. I mean from our today's discussion, or you can write from page number 127 to 129 any 12 informative sentences from chapter 5. This is the lecture number 17. I hope you understood my discussion, and you will do your HW. From today's discussion, you will write only 12 informative sentences. That can be from my discussion, from that page, or that can be from the biography of Nuh alayhi salam, what you will get in your book. So that's all for today, my dear students. Keep practice the learning, keep practice at home to abide by your parents. Stay safe. See you soon, inshallah. Till then, assalamu alaikum.